When we think about the challenges that are before us, they are already at scale. The climate crisis is happening around the world. Social inequity is with us. And the challenge we have is how do we scale capital at a level that's commensurate with the scale of the challenges before us?
With huge amounts of capital comes an enormous responsibility. What we do with it and small changes in how that capital is directed can have an enormous global impact. So ensuring that we have the data to fully underwrite deployment of capital is incredibly important. AlTi was set up to serve the needs of global families on a multi-generational basis.
When AlTi engages with clients, we like to do so in a holistic way.
We want to engage them in a conversation about how they understand the purpose of their capital. What is the long-term value, the multi-decadal value that we're seeking to create for families, but also for communities, for ecosystems, for the world.
We're super excited because at AlTi, we're partnering with the Social Progress Imperative, one of the most rigorous and data-intensive historical indices to create something proprietary and special, which we're going to call the AlTi Global Social Progress Index.
This index gives investors real-world data and proof that the investments that they're making are having the impact that they desire.
So a traditional benchmark for success of any country or region or city has tended to be economic performance. What we've done is we've thought about the success of a society in a different way. It starts with the definition of social progress. First of all, does everyone have the basic needs of survival? Secondly, does everyone have the foundations of well-being? And thirdly, opportunity in terms of rights, freedoms, inclusiveness, and access to advanced education. If we pull out social progress and measure that rigorously, we can then look at the relationship between social progress and economic development. And what we find is that economic growth on its own doesn't guarantee social progress. At a very modest level of GDP per capita, a country like Costa Rica is producing a lot of social progress, whereas there are other richer countries are not being so efficient at using their economic resources to produce real quality of life for their citizens. The AlTi Global Social Progress Index can really help investors who are wanting to make a difference to target their resources and use them most effectively.
At AlTi, we really wanted to shine a light on the challenges that exist in the world today. And what better way to do that than with an organization that's been doing this for over a decade, close to 15 years, science-based, data-driven, rigorous empirical research across 170 countries. Now that's 99% of the world's population. Very few organizations have that kind of wealth of data.
AlTi Global is an ideal partner for us to work with on the Social Progress Index. It's global. It's thinking about where capital can be deployed, it's bringing capital from different parts of the world. So that global perspective is really, really important.
We have an array of offices across the US. Internationally, we have offices in the UK, in Zurich, Lugano, Geneva, Milan, Paris, Lisbon, and in Asia, in Hong Kong and Singapore. There are very few other firms that have impacted the core of what they do and are able to deliver that through a multi-jurisdictional global footprint.
People can sometimes assume that achieving social progress is just the responsibility of government. Of course not. Private capital has an integral role in delivering social progress.
When we think about private capital, we think about flexibility. We think about an ability to be risk-taking at a level that public capital is not really able to carry.
If you look at the financial markets today, there's close to $300 trillion of financial capital. Now that's a lot of capital that can be used to solve some of the world's challenges. From an investment perspective, we can use the index as a beam to highlight where the challenges are, to identify the clear gaps between economic and social progress, and then identify investment opportunities to help us solve these problems in ways that are cost-effective, that are new, that can earn not only a market rate of return, and I mean a stellar return, but also have a positive impact on society as well.
The world has been on a fantastic bull run of human progress for the last 50 years. What we've seen is that since 2015, progress has really started to slow. And in particular, since 2020, global social progress has stagnated. The AlTi Global Social Progress Index identifies 4 impact opportunities for investors to really accelerate social progress globally. The first of which is health, which includes not just health in rich countries in terms of COVID response and health systems, but also things like malnutrition and water and sanitation. The second area is around rights, which is a big crisis area in the world. And what we see is that where countries turn the corner on rights, you actually can see very rapid progress. Third, the environment is a big opportunity. And what we're seeing in particular is that the transition to new energy technologies is not happening fast enough. And fourth, gender equity is still a perennial issue that needs attention where there's chances for rapid progress. This period of stagnation is a phase, and I think there's an opportunity for a very big rebound if we can get the capital behind the ideas that work.
This is a very interesting point in time where the baby boomers are retiring and there's a huge transfer of wealth to the next generation.
What's exciting about that in the conversations we have with next generation clients is they honestly really care about how their capital shows up in the world.
The index will help advisors and families and our investment group really understand the connection between the deployment of capital and the creation of community and ecosystem level impacts and change. And that's really what this is about, is positioning families to be more effective in the pursuit of those kind of goals and ambitions. Are we moving in the right direction? And if not, where's the place that private capital could be deployed to be able to support better, more effective progress over time?
It is time. It is now that really the world needs to focus on these issues. It's not just about money begets money. It's about how can capital really make a difference in the world.